know if anybody's here, but I'm trying this going live thing again. And if you are here, please let me know. I don't know if I'll be able to see it on screen or not, but please like our channel and subscribe and hit the bell. And the name of our channel is The Herod Family, and we are evangelists that sing and my husband preaches. And today's video, sorry about that. We had it all set up, then it went backwards. Ceiling. But now we are right. So, please like and subscribe our channel. We are the Herod Family on YouTube, and we even have a blog named The Herod Family, and on Facebook we are named The Herod Family. How clever. Anyway, today I wanted to show you how to make, whoa, sorry about that. This is like one of my first times to do this, so bear with me. How to make this spine here that I made. Antique look with these bumps in it. Okay, here's how my book looks on the outside. I'm almost finished with it. But I found out how to do this and I thought it was so cool. It has a little tassel too. And so here we go. First, you can either get a book that is an old book that you don't want anymore. But I used a as you can see, a cereal box. And what I did was I cut it to size, so let's do that. You can do that with a paper cutter too to get it more exact. But I'm just going to show you a rough idea. You're going to want to cut off everything you're not going to use. And if you have a paper that you know you want to use, which I just use, my base is computer paper. Happy Love Day. Anyway, I like to call it Love Day. Now, as you can see, I like to use computer paper. So if you're going to use computer paper, you need to get the really large cereal box because the one I did for this demonstration is too small. See how it doesn't fit in the inside? You want it to fit inside your cover with a little bit of lip on the bottom and top, about that much. And then you want a lip on the side about that much or more if you're going to have, like on this one, I have some things that stick out of the book, tabs. So I left a larger area right here, so it'll all be covered. So if you want to do that, then that's what you got to do. Another day I'll go through the book when it's finished and show you how it looks. But anyway, we're going to pretend that our paper has been cut off to about the right size. Cut down to size to fit in this. I don't like doing that because it takes a lot of time, but you can. And then I have already got my signatures together and I want to sew them in this book. Now, this is still not big enough. because you want to have a fat spine. So if I was doing this with this particular one, find the middle, and decide how big I want my spine to be. I make pretty chunky ones, so I'll probably make one about that size. And so my papers are going to have to be cut down to fit in that size. So I would take a paper, see how it's too long now, so I would cut it down. Because you work with what you got, and that's really my motto. Work with what you got, and then every now and then, you know, go to a store and pick out something that would complement it if you have a few extra dollars. And don't go and just buy everything in the store unless you have lots of money to spend, because then your husband and your family are not going to like you when they can't eat. Okay, so it's looking like it's going to fit better, but I want some tabs, so I'm going to cut it down about that much more. Now that you have it cut down, you have the size you want your papers to be, more or less. I mean, they can be a little bit bigger, some of them. That's what I like to do, vary the sizes, but just a little. So now you've got some leeway. You can put tabs, you can put whatever you want. And some can be bigger, some can be smaller. Okay, and that's going to fit in there. But to make this right here, after you've covered all this in whatever you're going to cover it in, I covered mine in tea stained paper this time, and I Mod Podged that on. Okay, so after you've got it covered, whatever you're going to cover it in, whether it's cloth or paper or special paper from the store, then you're going to work on this section right here. It's this, I don't know if you can see, this part plus a little bit more. Okay, now for this section, you're going to need the parts that you cut off. Okay, so grab that part. Let me see if I can fix my light a little bit better. That you cut off. And then you're going to have to measure from here over to here. And on mine, it's about, let's do it this way. It's about 1 3/4. So you're going to have to cut a portion of your cardboard to 1 3/4. You can even do this with cardstock that's a pretty color, and then, like, if you don't want to go to the store and get a fancy, like, one that has a design, you can get one that's just colored cardstock, or painted if you're a good painter. Lots of ways to make this happen. Anyway, you're going to cut that then. Like I said, you can use a paper cutter. I'm just using this because it's easier and faster than going and get my paper cutter. Okay, so you've got the size, which is about like that. And you're going to want to bend it. That's what I did. Depending on how big you want it. I think that's a pretty size right there. And then you just hot glue it down. I don't even know if my hot glue is ready. Yep, it's ready to go. Hot glue it down, and you're going to make 3 of those. So I'm going to cut a little bit farther. And I just guess at things, so hopefully this will work for us. But you can measure once you get this one done, measure them all the same size. But like that works. Okay. Then I think I rolled the other one 3 times. That's what I'm going to do this one. 1, 2. And I'm going to ask my assistant, go find me a piece of paper, just a piece of paper, so we can demonstrate how this works in a minute. There's so many ways to cover your book. You can even use like music paper. You can use book paper. I've done that. Actually, that's what I did on the inside of this one, because the inside needs to be covered too and look pretty. Anyway, there's 2 now, about the same. And I don't worry about it being perfectly right. I just go with it because I have a shabby chic look. But you may not have a shabby chic look. You may have the perfectionist look, and so you need to get it measured. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about all that. So you take... Now, here's the place where you could hold off and go ahead and sew your signatures in so that you don't get this like I did. I don't know if you can see it like this. See the sewing? But I kind of like the sewing there. I think it looks neat. So anyway, you might want to hold off and do that first. Then you place these where you want them. And don't worry, you won't see this part. So like that. Now don't do like I did, unless you just want that look, and make these too long. Because if you make them longer than your folds, then when you bend the book, the cover over your book pages, like it's supposed to be, like this, well then it breaks if it's too long and it busts the page out. But I just went with it like I always do. And now you can see that it looks kind of old. I just hot glued it so it would look right. And now it has a little old look. And I even used my tea dye spray on the paper. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like some brownish look to it. And I crumbled it up, so it looks pretty neat. Okay, so we got another piece of paper, just a random piece of paper, just for the demonstration purposes. And I'm gonna cut it about here. I do own a cutter, don't worry. Anyway, so now what you got to do is glue this down with your hot glue gun, or whatever glue you like. I like hot glue for this purpose. Oop. Don't worry, I'm not going to throw this away when I'm done. I'll actually use it, most likely. I'll probably just recover it with something pretty. All the layers will help it be stronger. Okay, so then after that's down good, You take the hot glue. Just a minute. Can you get my bone folder out? It's over there in that. My assistant's going to get my bone folder. My assistant today is the Lotus, my son. There's your bone folder. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, sorry about that. So, your paper can be longer so that it can just fold over the edges. Okay, so I'm going to use my bone folder like a good person is supposed to do. Good crafter. Okay. What I did was first I took it. Now, there's probably other ways. I just made up my own way as I went. And I went like this, the front and back, so it'll have a dent in the page. Again here. You may have to redo it too a little bit as you go. You actually will, not me. And I may have cut off too much. Hold on for just a moment. Anyway, this goes like that. And you get your glue and put it like so. On the top. And you just tuck it in like that. Make sure your paper is on there straight, where it's centered. Okay. Then you do it again on the other side. Easy peasy. Use your bone folder or your fingernails or whatever you want to use. Then you do it again. You don't have to have a bone folder. You could even use scissors. Because I didn't have a bone folder for a long time when I started out. My husband got me one for Christmas. So you can work up to that. If you're still a novice like me. I've only been doing this, I don't know how long. Maybe 4 months. But I've been doing it a lot. Because I love it. And I give my books out to preachers' wives. Yeah, see, this should have been a little bit longer. And I made the other one longer that I made. But you get the idea. So make sure you have like inch or half inch. Because it shrinks in as you build it. And make sure you use plenty of hot glue. See, I didn't get enough right there. And then you can fold it over the edges. And also, oh, I forgot a step to tell you. What you also need to do before you use the hot glue is put a layer of Mod Podge down so that the whole piece of paper that you use or cloth or whatever will stick down. Anyway, I'm probably just going to have to rip this off and redo it. But I think you get the idea. And this is what your beautiful finished product will look like. And I put this at the top. All it is a piece of a doily. And I just cut it up and hot glued it down. That way my little paper clip would go right there. And it's pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And it wasn't crazy too much. Let's see if anybody joined me. No, nobody did. But that's understandable. I'm just doing a test. So, Please like and subscribe my channel if you enjoyed my tutorial. Thank you. Bye-bye.